Jones.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Jones again.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Aaron Jones with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Colts 0. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike Williams, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football.
That has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. 20, 10, 5, and they will score. score, a pick six for the Texans TD. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Texans 21, Colts nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after one.
Colts nothing.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Purdy looking to...
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Purdy on fourth down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And Woods has it complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Williams brings it in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. Sanders' kick is good. And the rout is on. It's 24-0.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive.
To about the 48-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From just shy of midfield, Purdy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And he's inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He gets it complete to Harris.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Purdy off the play fake.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And swung out wide to Harris.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. And that is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there, because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
From the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Justin Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Mike Williams
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Texans 31. Colts nothing. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy
going for the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
They snap it to Herbert. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Purdy now to throw.
Flushed out right. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught by Williams.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
1st down, Texans.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Herbert off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trucks over him. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Purdy.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
out of the gun. Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy, big fourth down play.
And now here is another interception.
And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
He brought down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On 4th down, Herbert. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
It'll be a pickup of 4. And it'll give the Texans a first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle, it's Thomas. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they here with Herbert.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Taken from about the 12.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
That's good.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
On first down, Purdy.
One last shot at the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Purdy with one final shot here.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball.